Mom, I have poop.
We are mildly crushing it. Where two exhausted moms try to make sense of this wild ride called raising neurodivergent kids.
We're not doctors and we're not therapists, and you probably shouldn't take our advice. We cuss like sailors and drink like pirates.
Just think of us as your inappropriately funny and brutally honest support group.
So grab a drink and lower your expectations.
Because the truth is, we need this, and we're going to keep doing this whether you're here or not.
We just hope you join us. Hi, everybody. I'm Sadie,
And I'm Morgan.
and welcome to Mildly Crushing It.
What are we drinking?
Wine. We're drinking wine today. It's fun to be sober sometimes, but we decided,
Today's a wine day.
today's a wine day.
In a goblet.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, it kind of matches us.
I know.
Oh, yeah, Doug.
We're both randomly in teal today.
Which is rare.
Yeah.
Usually we're both in black.
Oh, it's very fruity.
What is this?
I don't know. It's like a cheap Costco one.
Dude, it's good.
Maybe this-
Crawford. What is
Maybe
that?
it was a Winco one. I don't know.
It's freaking good, whatever it is.
Yeah, what is that? Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc. Oh, New Zealand.
It's really good.
I followed the advice from that wine lady. She said that the wine from other countries, they usually lower the price because they just want shelf space.
Well, it's
So, do you know what I
good
did?
idea.
Well, she gave it to me. And then do you know what I did on accident?
Oh, gosh.
I bought a non-alcoholic one because I just saw that it was from another country
Oh,
and I
what is
bought it.
happening right
yeah.
now?
And then I got it home and like, oh.
You're all, did I drink a whole bottle of wine?
No, I didn't
Totally
drink it.
fine.
I didn't drink it, luckily. I figured it out before. Anyway, thanks, Kim Crawford.
Right?
Um,
Okay.
okay, so today we are going to kind of piggyback off of that really raw diagnosis episode and also just kind of talk about life lately.
Yeah. How's it been?
I feel like there needs to be like a hashtag post-diagnosis life.
It's like a hangover that like you
Yeah.
can't wake up from.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we ever wake up
Yeah.
from it, but
Here, let me help you, friend.
that's true. Thank you. Thank you so much. Always got my back in the best way.
So yeah, it is. It's like a hangover. It's bizarre. Like all this time I wanted to fit somewhere, you know?
And now you found your space.
But then also like I don't really because it is so high functioning in that world.
It's not funny, but I'm just like,
I
go
know,
fucking
right,
figure.
right.
Go figure.
Right.
You found your place, but you
Yeah.
still don't feel like you belong
Yeah.
there.
And then like I can imagine, I'm not going to speak for anyone and I don't know what it actually feels like, but I can imagine like if my daughter was affected in a much more severe way, I would look at a child like mine and it would be hard. Not that it would be negative for anyone to have that emotion, but like it would be hard.
Yep.
Just like it's hard for me, we've talked about this, and for us to see other more neurotypical girls the same age.
Yep.
Like it's that similar feeling. And so I don't know, I'm even nervous about going to this clinic in a month. I just don't know what to expect. And I'm sure everyone will
it's
be
nerve-wracking.
warm and welcoming and lovely and
Well, you just got to remember everyone is there also, and they're also in your position.
right.
So
And in their own journey, and
Yep.
hopefully we'll find another family
like
like
you guys.
ours. But yeah, it's just such a rare thing. And I'm really processing right now the last 5 years because what the fuck was that? You know, that's where I'm at. Just what the fuck was that? The last 5 years of like, are we on this journey? Are we not?
Well, it was like, are we
And-
on the spectrum? It wasn't even like this big
No,
of a
for a
thing.
long time it was. Are we even on this journey?
Yeah.
Like, is this something we're going to grow out of? Is this, and then it was like, okay, no, this is our journey, but where do we fit?
And then here it is all of a sudden.
Yeah. And
what the fuck?
yeah. Yeah.
I can't imagine all the feelings you must be processing. Like, there's got to be still so much relief. Can I ask you, is there any anger? Now that you've like kind of been sitting on this, but not for very long.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just super curious.
No. I almost said anger at myself, but I'm not one to like stew on that kind of shit, you know? But I was so mad at the system for so long. And I was begging for someone to stick their neck out for so long. And I thought that they were wronging us.
Yep.
And the thing is I can't even really be angry at myself. Like, I was wrong. I know that. I'm, absolutely, I can admit that. But I also know.
I realize you had to feel that too.
Yeah, but I also know that like put in the same position, I'd probably feel the same way.
Good.
So I can't really sit and feel guilty, but like I do see things clearly now. I see that like they were on our sides and I was not. I was fighting an uphill battle.
Well, everyone.
But it wasn't anyone's fault.
Yep.
It wasn't because someone wasn't sticking their neck out.
No one ever thinks of this. Like, no one was.
Yeah.
I'm sure they were just like, well, we see, like they kept saying, we see something.
Yeah.
But they weren't like, it's probably this genetic thing.
That's really rare genetic. Yeah. Yeah.
So, I know. And I'm just happy that no one stuck their neck out for you in the long end of the day.
Right. Yeah. Because like we said,
never
had
happened.
someone done that, we wouldn't be here and we'd be on this total different journey and we'd never know. And yeah. So,
So for now, you just ride the hangover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I don't even know.
Yeah.
There's a fly in.
No.
Not a fly. Like a little,
Fuzz? What even is that?
I don't know, but I'm going to drink my wine anyway. I don't really care. So, cheers to bug wine.
I drink bug wine too. I heard this thing. It was a podcast.
I heard this thing. I thought you were going to say like a quote or something, like this tiny little quote. That was a podcast. I heard this fucking podcast.
I heard this thing. No. Yeah, it was an entire podcast I was listening to. I'm not even done with it. And it was actually, you know what? I am going to find the details this time because I reference a lot of things and I don't ever find the details. So let me just look this up because...
While you're looking that up, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Are you... So like, I know that, I mean, clearly the girls' diagnoses are way different, but
yeah.
I remember feeling so lost for so long that it literally took me like a year to even find Facebook groups or like participate. Right. I found some community, but then I wouldn't like reach out because I just felt like a hot mess and I couldn't even talk about it without getting upset. Are you, since you kind of knew you had your foot in the door and it wasn't just slammed at you all at once, even though it kind of was, are you able to reach out and try to find community yet?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I think we talked about that the other day. I did. It took me, I found some Facebook support groups like the next day or that day. And then sat on it for a little while. Well, sometimes you have to like...
That's what I'm wondering.
Anonymously
Are you able to go in there?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't for like a whole year. I found groups, got to them.
Yeah.
Kind of looked sometimes, but I didn't do anything for like a year. I just struggled alone.
You're just like dipping your toe in.
Yeah.
Like,
so I'm wondering, since you've kind of had it in there.
Yeah. I mean, it's actually terrifying. And because I've been seeking it out, the algorithm knows I want to see it. And so it's everywhere right now.
Rett syndrome popped up.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
A group popped up, like follow Rett syndrome on my Facebook page.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a really, really terrifying syndrome. And so it's honestly hard to see. It really is. It's hard to see.
Okay.
For one, because Ada could end up there. We don't know. And also there's this like, I don't want to say guilt. Maybe it's like, I wonder if it's similar to like survivor's guilt, right? Like,
Ooh.
we're not there, and I almost feel guilty that Ada is as abled as she is, or
Gotcha.
quote unquote high functioning.
Survivor's guilt sounds like a really good way to put it.
And maybe, I mean, I've never been in a position where I could
Well,
experience survivor's guilt, but I would
yeah.
imagine it's similar. But yeah, I did finally make a
Whoa, that
post,
blows
and
my
I
mind.
had like, remember I had like 5 women message me, and then I think because it's such a small community, it was like one of them was on I don't know what foundation she was a part of, but then she was like, give me some information and I'll put you in our database, and so you don't have to deal with the stuff. And I was like, I don't even know what you're talking about, but here's all of my stuff. You can literally
my social, my
show up
no, just
and
kidding.
rob me blind, and I'm like, I don't care.
Oh, God. Well, I'm happy that's out there.
But yeah, I had like 5 women reach out and just like really take the time to
that's
like
the
talk
hardest
to
part,
me.
I feel like, of the diagnosis
Yeah.
is just feeling like you're so alone, which I'm sure
Yeah.
you feel that way. I'm not saying you
Yeah.
don't feel that way at all, but
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're able to utilize what is out there, because I feel like it's really easy to just like feel alone and climb under your
Yeah.
rock and not want to peek your head out. So
Yeah.
I'm happy that you're doing that.
Well, and I think that the hardest part right now, because I mean, this has been our journey for so long anyway, and like especially at the end of, well, essentially a year ago now, we were accepted into the special day class at school, and so I was able to embrace the term special needs, and you know, and then like we started this, and like I was really just embracing this path and this life.
Yep.
So I don't really feel lost as far as that goes. Like a lot of what these women were telling me was like, have you heard of regional center? Have you heard of just all the beginning
All the
steps?
stuff we're already doing.
Yes.
We're already doing it.
Right, but it was the beginning steps.
And you've already kind of,
yeah.
you've already had one foot in the
Yeah.
door.
I can't imagine how I would feel if I learned this, and
It was your first.
like a lot of people learn this when their kids are like 2 years old and they
Gotcha.
know nothing about the special needs world. So that would be so entirely overwhelming. But yeah, because
You kind of got to
we-
ease.
yeah,
I
it is
mean, as
already
much as
got-
you can
oh,
ease
yeah.
into something,
Yeah.
that sounds ridiculous. I don't mean to talk this down at all.
no,
If that's the way
but
it's coming
she's
off.
got her, you know, so many supports in place, and she has what she needs. So we are able to take this information and kind of try to process it ourselves without having to really like rock her
It's already been
world
kind of
or-
integrated in the help that
Yeah.
you need, and
Yeah.
therapy-wise, for
Yeah.
the most part right now anyways.
Yeah.
You guys have been doing all the shit, which
Yeah.
is probably a big reason why she's doing as good as she is.
I mean, that's not to say that the children who are not, or excuse me, the children who are more severely affected didn't do these things.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
Thank you for clarifying.
But I mean, it's got to help.
Yep. That's how I feel like with Ellie.
Yeah.
She's gotten
Yeah.
the services to
Yeah.
seem like she has more
Yeah.
control over her life because of all the services. So
Yeah.
they do help.
But I definitely am, I'm struggling with like, what the fuck was the last 5 years? And then also just not knowing. Like we are going to go to the clinic at the end of next month. And
This is the Rett syndrome clinic down at UCSF, by the way.
yes. So hopefully we'll learn a lot more then.
Gotcha.
Um,
Yeah, because it's a big appointment.
it's a massive appointment. And also this is first of all, DNA, RNA shit
Yeah.
is
What?
so far over my head.
What is that exactly?
So far over my head. So I'm having to like go back to high school and try to relearn something that I didn't even learn to begin with. Because
Yeah.
even then I was like, what the fuck you
Girl,
talking
who the
about?
fuck needs to know about this? Pass. Not me.
I'll take the spiral staircase up out of this room right now. Thank you. Like, I don't.
I'm fucking dead.
I love the color codedness though.
I'm gonna hop on out of here on all the blues and just jam out of this bitch.
It's so far over my head. It's just like, So anyway, at least now I have the desire to learn.
Yep.
Right. That helps with ADHD. But anyway, I'm having to kind of like learn that, and also like, what does this specific part mean? And then also, what does it mean for us and Ada? So anyway, that's been hard. But okay, so I found this podcast I was listening to. So Dr. Paul Conti, psychiatrist and president of Pacific Premier Group PC.
Okay.
So he was on this podcast, and what he said was, you have to be free of guilt and shame to properly allow yourself to grieve.
Oh God, wait, say that one more time.
You have to be free of guilt and shame
To properly
allow yourself to grieve. And then he went on to say something like, and this is not a direct quote because I could be saying something wrong here, so don't hold me to this. But he went on to say something about, you have to be free of those emotions that are blocking you from properly grieving, which I thought was so interesting because you and I, we've talked about how maybe guilt and grief
are kind of tangled together.
Yeah, are tangled together. And then also, we're kind of taught that, grieving is like what, a 5-step process, and it's not linear and blah, 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 blah. And like, denial and anger and all these other emotions are part of the grieving process. So I don't know. I just was like trying to unpack that in my mind. Like,
you can look at it as it's like on the spiky chart, like our kids' freaking progress.
Yeah.
As I don't know if it goes away.
But also, like, especially for us, what even is properly grieving?
Yeah.
Like, how do you, I mean, really in any scenario, how do you, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know, like acceptance obviously is like kind of the ultimate sign that you've processed stuff, but then you can still
backslide.
Yeah. And like have moments of grief.
So like, I mean, this is not anything deep in what you're talking about. It's super deep. But I was thinking this the other day. So like Ellie can't make it through her school days, or she can, but it's always just really hard. But every day is like a bad day. Essentially, we rarely have a good day at school. And every fucking day I get upset about it. Every day. I get super upset about it. Like, her day was bad at school. And I'm like, I'm a broken record. This is like every day. So I've been trying to reteach my brain to just be like, well, this is our life. And so I can't let it get me down every goddamn day because this is every day.
Right.
So I'm really trying to just be like, it's going to be a bad day. And that's normal.
Yeah.
And that's okay. Instead of getting upset every fucking day about it.
Right.
So then when it is a good day, I'm like, oh my God, it's super cool. Like today's a fucking celebration.
Right.
But I'm trying to just not grieve and get upset whenever we're having those super bad days because it's the normal.
Right.
Does that make sense?
You can even take that one step deeper though and kind of zoom out and realize too that like that could be just the experience of our girls experiencing the world.
Yep.
And so also using that as an opportunity to teach them to focus on the little moments.
That's what I was gonna get into.
And like less about like, how was your day? Was it a good day? Was it a bad day? Like, dude, what happened that made you
get out of my fucking head right now?
You know what I mean?
I'm really bad. It's just the way I am and how I'm hardwired. Like I can have 900 beautiful things happen in a day, and then one bad thing happens, and it is like today was a shit day.
Yeah.
When really it was not. And so I'm trying so hard to retrain myself to see. Because we're always like, best part of your day, worst part of your day. We used to say that all the time. What's the best part of your day? What's the worst part of your day?
Yeah.
And I'm really trying to embrace right now that all the tiny beautiful things, because there's a lot of shitty things sprinkled in every day, but that's just life.
Yeah.
It's definitely a retraining of the brain to think that way. But I feel like being aware is the first part.
Yeah.
That's the post that I made on Instagram the other day. It was I was just realizing that we have to try to hold on to the beautiful little bits.
Well, and
it's
let
really
both
fucking-
exist at the same time.
Yes, and they can, and that's what's so big. I can't keep having bad days every day. That's really stupid.
Right. Right.
And that's the way I think. Well, it's a shit day today. There's always tomorrow. But realistically, this is life,
Yeah.
and I can't keep looking at shit days every day.
Well, especially if you know tomorrow's gonna be a shit day too.
I know, and literally shit. My kid shits on the floor every fucking day. And I'm like, great, I'm cleaning up shit again. It's the worst day.
So what you're supposed to do is be like, oh my God, I love this.
I love cleaning up shit. But really, there's got to be some fucking balance. And I'm trying really hard right now to like find that fucking balance. There has to be a way to do it when you're living in this forever.
Yeah.
Perpetual good and bad, good and bad, good and bad.
Right.
Right.
Well, and like that kind of goes back to what I brought up that this doctor said was like, you have to be free of guilt and shame. But we live in, I mean, first of all, to be a mom is to have mom guilt.
Oh my God.
Like,
you know, the second you turn into a mom, guilt is tattooed on your fucking forehead.
Yeah, like that's just natural.
Guilt.
So, but then like also we live in such a deep perpetual state of guilt and shame.
Man, I never thought of that
And we're
at all.
also grieving, you know, little and big things every day.
Like I already cried this morning. And my sister, bless her heart, she didn't even notice at all. And I'm in this family group text. I'm one of 5 kids, by the way. There's 4 girls and a boy. So the 4 girls and my mom were in a group thread. And they all have children. All my sisters have children. And my sister was like, oh, for my niece's birthday, for my daughter's birthday, she wants, and then named off all the girl cousins, but not Ellie, to have a sleepover. And it makes sense. It makes sense because clearly Ellie can't.
Right.
And so I just sat there and stared at the phone. And mind you, this is one of my sisters that really gets it. Her ex-husband has a special needs child, and she's a full-grown adult, but she's like mentally 3 years old. And so like she gets it. She's lived in that moment she lived in it for a chunk of time.
Yeah.
She's very understanding and she gets it.
Yeah.
And so I know she did not mean anything by it.
Oh,
And
yeah,
her probably
totally.
seeing this and knowing I was upset, she's probably going to cry.
Yeah.
So I don't, no shame on her like at all. But I looked at it and I was just stunned. And then I just like started crying. And then I looked at it again. I was like, I don't even know how to respond. I'm fucking pissed and I'm sad and just all these things just flew through me.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, hey, is it okay if Ellie and I just like, I see if she can come play for a while?
Yeah.
And she was like, of course, why would you even need to ask that? And I was like, well, she just wasn't named off in the original roll call. I didn't say that either.
Right.
But I was just like, damn it. That really upset me and just like broke my morning. But I was like, nope, there's no way that's going to ruin my day because it wasn't intentional and it wasn't meant to.
Right.
But there was all of a sudden this immense grief and sadness that washed over me that like she's not going to go to her cousin's birthday party because she's not going to sit there through a tea party.
Yeah.
She might. I'm going to try to take her.
Yeah.
But like it was upsetting. And my husband was just like, remember, she's happy, Sadie. Like, I know that's sad to you, but she's happy. And in her world, she doesn't.
Well, and like it's so obvious that all of your sisters love Ellie just as much as they love any of their other nieces and nephews.
Just something like that, though. Something as simple as that just like rocked me to my core. When why? We've been living this life for so long. It shouldn't be that way. But it did. It just came out of nowhere and just like.
But that's the thing is
slapped
like
me in the face. So here comes that grief again. So I felt all day today kind of a little like sadness and off,
Anyway, I'm going to be unpacking this one in my head for a long time. So to be continued on whatever the fuck that meant, because I'm like, this does not apply. I can't have these kinds of rules put on my emotions.
Right?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel like it's not, I mean, it should be linear. Or wait, it's not linear?
No. It's not linear,
It's not
and it
linear.
shouldn't be linear.
And it shouldn't be linear. There shouldn't be, you have to do these 5 steps and then you're there. It's definitely.
Well, and like this journey is so unique, like there is no comparing it to other life scenarios that, cause grief, and it's not any better or worse or harder or easier. It's just like, there's no comparing. And I guess we'll be unpacking it, trying to figure it out for the rest of our lives.
million episodes, hopefully, that we do. So cheers to a million more of unpacking this shit.
Yes.
Unpacking this shit live.
No, I don't know. I do want to like touch on the fact though that like I am officially a special needs mom.
As Emily Walker said, welcome to the club you don't want to fucking be in.
Yeah, the rare genetic.
Welcome to the club you don't want to be here for.
The rare genetic disorder
here
club.
you are. So what else can you do?
But also, like, I've been sitting on this couch for so long feeling like an imposter. Like, what the fuck am I doing here? And now I'm
not going to cheers you for it, but.
Right. But
there's
like,
got to be some fucking major relief in it. And I know we were kind of talking about this, right? Like in your diagnosis journey that we just recorded, but like now you've sat on it for a minute and feelings shift a lot, but I don't know.
I don't even know if relief is like, of course.
I just keep feeling, me as an outsider, I just keep feeling immense relief for you.
Yeah.
And I know that may sound super fucked up because you got like a really grim diagnosis and we did not see it going that way.
Yeah.
But like, as your friend and as a person in your guys' lives, I feel so much fucking relief for you. I feel immense sadness. I cried after you left. I feel immense sadness.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to look at Ada and feel really sad for a while. And that's just how it's going to be.
Yeah.
Not pity, not anything. It's just immense sadness for her as a little girl that I love.
Yeah.
But I feel so much relief that you guys finally fucking figured it out. And not have an end, but you guys did it. You you fucking figured it out. And I just have immense relief for you. So maybe that's why I keep bringing up the relief aspect.
It's kind of like
you're not an imposter, and I've always told you that. But now you've got your.
It's like I have my badge.
Yes.
Like, hey, I belong here.
You do. Like, you've actually
which
earned
is
those.
So fucked up, but also like it is relief. But also like specifically, the feeling is more so like it feels really good to say fuck off to the typical world.
Yep.
Like, I am no longer one foot in both worlds.
Yep. You found your place. You found.
I don't have to we don't have to try to belong in that world at all.
Yep.
And that feels good because
breath of fresh air almost.
For so long we were like, you know, trying to still fit into the typical world, and it sucks. And I wish that a diagnosis wasn't necessary to like,
which we say
fully embrace where she is.
But damn, it makes so much more sense.
And I always tried to. I was always like, Morgan, don't be that mom that changes after you get a diagnosis, because your daughter is still the same. She's where she is, you know, but it's like human nature. And in
the world we live in, they just really like, not an excuse, they just really like the proof. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but we just really like that hard. Like I said, how many times have I said, fuck you, she's special needs to humans in the outside world? And then that's like, oh, okay. And we shouldn't have to do that. But it's sure fucking relieving when you can say that.
Right. Well, and like,
hey, I'm not a shitty parent. Go fuck yourselves.
Right.
My kid has a fucking actual medical diagnosis.
Yeah.
And her little body can't control or stop what's happening. So fuck you.
Yeah. She's not going to fit into your world, and I'm going to be in her world right there with her. Right. But like, also it's society. Like, we need labels for society's sake.
Yep.
And
we need labels for society's sake. Thank you very much. That summed up just what I was trying to get out.
But the only solution to that is to, and this is going to sound really woo-woo because I also listened to a podcast.
I mean, we're both woo-woo, so.
But like, until this world can exist in love and truly be grounded in love and have nothing else matter more than that, we will need those labels to justify our place in this world. And that sucks so bad. And I mean, until I listened to that podcast, it was a total pipe dream that like this world would ever exist in love like that.
Yep.
And I'm not going to explain why it's not a pipe dream anymore because y'all will think I'm super crazy.
I love you and your woo-woo-ness.
I'm so fucking woo-woo. And I'm going to send you the podcast I listened to just so you're like,
because I'm a little woo-woo, so.
I don't think you know even how woo-woo I am. Like I can't even like this. Oh man. This one I listened to, it changed me a little bit. I was like, oh my God, we're going to get to experience it.
I want to listen to it. You got to send it to me.
I will. But I'm super weird.
You're like shaming yourself right now.
I am not like
shaming myself for what
I'm okay with who I am. I love the way that my mind works, but like also if I try to explain it right now, it's just not going to come out right. And
I get you.
And so I'm going to keep it to myself and exist in peace in my head.
There you go. Perfect.
Yeah. But anyway, let's go into, I want to read your post because I was like so proud of you. The way that you wrote this.
Thank you. I really enjoy
because
writing.
I know that you struggle with like kind of, I don't know, is dwelling a harsh word?
No, that's
on
exactly
the hard stuff.
That's exactly like I was just saying. It's just the way I'm hardwired.
Yeah.
It's really hard for me to see the positive.
Yeah.
When there's a negative, there can be, like I said, 100 positives in the day, and my day is ruined because one negative, and that is just how I work, and it's something I'm working really hard to try to reverse.
Yeah.
Right now. So.
Yeah. Excuse me. I still have the burps and it's not even champagne.
I know.
So
I was like,
sorry.
I'm surprised.
And I don't know if anyone can hear it in these microphones. But you're over here saying like really beautiful things like
you're all, hold on.
I'm trying to keep it to myself so bad. Okay. Anyway, I was really proud. Okay. This is what Sadie wrote on socials. Life's been quiet, which is rare and beautiful. Our toolbox for Elle has been working wonderfully. Do you want to read that?
No, go.
No, I want to read it.
Yeah, you read it. I like it better when you read it. I'm like turning red over here. You go.
Life's been quiet, which is rare and beautiful. Our toolbox for Elle has been working wonderfully, and I can feel it starting to empty. We have regressed with potty training, but gained so many words. She's gaining words, but also becoming more reliant on her AAC device. We've regressed with sleeping, but are learning to use a leash in public and to do the grocery store without a cart. We are struggling staying regulated and clothed at school, but we are learning to keep undies on more at home. We've been seeing an uptick in seizures, but her anxiety meds are working wonderfully. But one thing that's so special, she's happy. She's silly and is obsessed with her mama, and we couldn't ask for much more than that. To all you mamas out there seeing your kids regress and grow at once, I hope you can find the strength to embrace the spiky chart that they are on. It's not easy, and I see you.
Oh,
it was so beautiful.
Thank you. I enjoy getting things out like that sometimes.
Yeah, totally.
And that felt good and very vulnerable.
All the stuff I write are like doomsday. Like that's when I'm like, I need to get my words out. But anyway, so you've talked a little bit about how Ellie is Bowser.
Oh, yeah.
How's that going? Is she still Bowser?
She's still turning into Bowser.
Okay.
And then the new Mario movie just came out.
Yeah.
So it's probably going to get even worse. But schools really sucks right now.
Yeah.
And they're doing everything they can. And we have a great environment, great IEP that I know they are following. I know her school is literally doing absolutely everything. Her one-to-one aide is fucking phenomenal and loves her. Her special day teacher, essentially, he's stepped into his role that we just like threw at him and is fucking amazing. And we still just like can't handle school.
Yeah.
We're Bowser a lot. We take our clothes off a lot.
Yeah.
We just like don't realize there's a world around us, I think.
Right.
So that's super hard to kind of...
I feel like in the time sorry to interrupt.
Oh, no, go.
I feel like in the time that I've known her, I feel like I've seen more awareness from her.
She's definitely growing in ways.
Well, and I don't know if you noticed, but when I showed up the other day, I didn't even know she was in her little tent.
Oh, yeah.
And she paused her show to say hi to me.
I didn't notice.
Yeah. Yeah. She not only said hi to me and like, you know, hi Morgan, but
hi Morgan. That's so cute.
It's so cute. But she paused her show, which was like,
She never pauses it. I'm always like, pause your iPad and look at your dad and say hello.
Yeah, like, hey, there's someone over here.
Yeah,
but she did it on her own and then like waited till we were walking away and she started it. Yeah.
She just has a hard time with the outside world.
Yeah.
Our house, I feel like I've made it such a safe space and comfort that the outside world is really harsh. A really harsh environment.
Yeah.
And that's hard. I'm like, do I rough up our house a little bit? But that's fucked up. I want her to be safe, and she just has a hard time with the outside world. And
but she like, I know that progress with that is slow, and so as a mom, I could imagine it's hard to see. But like, I will tell you that, I mean, we met 2 years ago.
Yep.
And I've seen immense progress with her.
Her ABA therapist told me that the other day. He was like, I just have to tell you, when we started working here a year ago, like, you weren't even leaving the house with her.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's hard to see your own progress when you're living it daily. And I dwell on the negative shit. So it's really hard for me to see the positive and the growth when I know it's there, and it's slow, but it's still there, and it hasn't stopped. And if you know anything about intellectual disability, like it does basically stop. And I understand your brain has so much elasticity in it, and it's always kind of learning even when it's not or super slowed down. But like, so I keep struggling with, her brain's just going to stop one day and we're stuck here and our progress is so slow. But I'm trying to really hold on to that. Like, we do have progress, and that is, it's a really big deal right now.
Well, weird, because I can sort of relate to that, how like Ada could regress majorly. Dude. And so I sort of have a similar feeling now of like, is this our day kind of thing?
Right? When is this are we going to get out of this regression, or are we not going to get out of this regression? And I can feel, oh
my goodness,
the regression. I can feel her starting to, like I said in that post, I can feel the tools starting to slip right now. And we've been doing super great, and everything's been working, and I can feel us right now. We're getting out of the tools, and I don't know if it's regression or if we're just leveling up type of thing. But I don't know if you ever feel that, but I can feel when my tools are starting to slip. And so like, we're starting to regress in our sleep, and we were doing so good potty training, and now we're just like back to the fucking beginning.
But you know what, from the outside, and I don't mean to dismiss any of this, but from the outside,
that's what helps.
I've heard this from you now like quite a bit. Right. And then you progress more.
Yep.
So I feel like that's your spiky chart.
100%. And that's what I'm trying really hard. When I heard that term spiky chart, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I really need to start just relaxing. It's like, you know,
that's not fair,
5 steps forward, 10 steps back, but then we're still getting the steps forward, which is
not 5 and then 10. It's 10
steps forward, 5 steps back. No, you're right.
I always stumble when I say that. 10 steps forward,
5 steps.
And it could even be like 8, but
no, you're right. You're totally right.
Still going, the spiky chart is still going
up.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to, whenever I heard that term, which I've heard it before, but I've just never paid attention to it really. But right now I'm just maybe ready to understand it. I guess I'm ready to just hear it.
Yeah.
But we're definitely on a spiky chart, and we're not a flat line. So I'm trying really hard to embrace it, I guess.
Do you have faith in yourself that whatever comes, it'll work out?
I try to tell myself that. I try to be like, it's fine. Everything's going to be fine. And it's all going to
Okay, that's not what I'm talking about, because everyone knows that's a little bullshit.
I'm like,
whenever we say fine, it's like, nope.
I'm fine. It's fine. We're fine.
Nothing's
My husband's
fine.
always like, say that one more time, please. I'm like, okay.
No, and I don't mean in the moment. I don't mean like small term. I mean long term. Do you believe that you guys will be okay?
I believe we'll be okay. I also believe I'm going to have like an 8-year-old for life.
Yeah.
And I believe she's going to be my tiny best friend.
Yeah.
But I firmly believe I'm going to have a maybe 8-year-old forever and ever. And that's just how I see life. And so I keep grimly thinking like, oh, I just have a grim, I don't know. I know that she's 7, but she's mentally, I'd say like 3 or 4. She communicates, she knows way more than she can communicate, which I'm learning and accepting. And that's been a big deal. I always thought she knew less.
Yeah. Oh, she's
and
so
I feel
there.
like she knows a lot more.
Does.
She just can't communicate it.
Yeah.
So I've been holding on to that a lot lately, which has been big. It's been like a big sunshine thing to have, which I don't normally think that way. So I've been really trying to reframe my thinking.
I think that for me with this new diagnosis that's like so terrifying. Like I said, I've been trying to actually process the last like 5 years, and
it's a lot to fucking process, man.
But what the result of the 5 years was her having everything she needed.
Yep.
And I finally allowed myself to say, I fucking did that. I did that.
You fucking did that.
And I'm not the only one. And that's why I think I'm allowing myself to finally say that, because there's so many of us moms out there. Like you're doing that, you know? There's so many of us moms out there that see a need for our special child, and we fight for it until they get it. And I think even though we have this terrifying diagnosis that is so unknown, I think I gained the confidence to believe that I'll make sure she's okay.
Yep.
No matter what it is. And I hope we don't lose her to a non-speaking state and non-mobile and, you know, like that. Oh, it scares me to pieces. But like also, if that's the case, I'm going to fight for everything she needs to work out of it if it's possible, you know.
There's a lot of solace in thinking that way.
Yeah. And but like, I mean, well, okay, I'll just go into detail. I'll just get vulnerable. The true belief of it truly working out can alter your day-to-day mindset so much. And the way that I believe that so wholeheartedly is because, you know, I've talked a lot about struggling with my weight, and it's a matter of just feeling healthy and energetic for me. And I have crazy food addictions. And so that leads me to not feeling healthy and energetic. It's not even about losing weight. It's that feeling of being in control and being healthy and energetic and strong. And so I went and I tried a hypnotist one time, and it worked. But the whole thing with hypnotizing is that they go into your subconscious and they tell your subconscious to visualize what it looks like. And so your subconscious is finally truly believing that that's possible, rather than what the brain's natural inclination to do is to sabotage.
I sabotage.
Everyone's brain sabotages. So to sit with and meditate and truly convince that inner voice, that subconscious, to believe that you can figure it out, that is what shifts your day-to-day mindset.
See, that's what
fully
I need to hear. I live day to day because I often can't stand to think about the future.
Right.
And I know that's not good to say, but it helps me live my life happily and how I can do things if I'm just in the day to day, you know.
Well, it's so unknown.
Yep.
It's hard to live in the unknown. But
I hate it.
That's totally. But that's kind of what I'm getting at, is the only thing about the future that's not unknown is us.
Yep.
And making sure
You're damn right.
that even if we're not around, our kids have what they will need, you know?
Yep. Because I'll die making sure of it.
Right. And we believe that wholeheartedly. So, you know, and this is just me coming up with things off the top of my head, but like dropping her off at school, like, okay, you're going to have struggles. We'll figure this out together.
Yep.
You know, like, I don't know. I think that's been my big reflection from, and maybe I'm unpacking all this like in the moment. I don't know. But I realized that the other day is like, that's been the constant, is that I know we'll figure it out. Yeah. And I have to say, like, you know, I'm someone who comes from a blessed enough background that like I didn't have to worry about much. You know, I've always had people I could fall back on if I ever needed. Like I could take risks that some people weren't allotted because of that, right? Like let's not fully disregard, you know, the very real struggles that come with life. But I do think that just having the faith in yourself, but also fully convincing that subconscious can really, really help see the positive.
I'm a badass.
Right? You're a fucking badass, Sadie. How many times have I told you that, though?
I know, a lot.
Like, you're a fucking badass. We both are. We're fucking badasses. And God, have you ever met a special needs mom that is not a badass?
True. No.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Seriously. I mean, most women I've met are badasses, but like every special needs mom I've ever met
fucking badass.
is a fucking
I'm always
badass.
like, I want to be her. She's amazing.
Right? But like if the apocalypse ever comes, like I'm gathering all my special needs mamas.
We're gonna be an unstoppable, like a fucking force.
Yes. Right?
That's damn true.
Right?
Damn true.
I know. Anyway.
That was great.
That's life lately.
That's fucking life lately.
Yeah. We didn't do a mom guilt bingo, which is fine by me.
I don't want a mom guilt bingo today.
Ooh, I lost my shit on Ada last
Did you?
night.
It happens.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, it happens.
It happens.
I'm every day I'm getting better and better at like keeping your mouth shut, Morgan. Just
right.
Like, you know. Anyway, bless it. That was my mom guilt bingo. There you go. Should we do weird wins?
Hashtag weird win. Yay!
Do you have a weird win?
I guess my weird win right now would be to have this like weird confidence in myself. To figure it out.
That.
But isn't it weird?
It's a good one.
But isn't it weird?
All weird wins are weird.
But isn't it weird?
It's weird.
To like have full faith in myself that we're going to fucking figure it out.
Or fucking awesome.
Come at me, bro.
Or fucking awesome. My weird win was just that Ellie, her dad's been gone a lot. He was gone for work and then he was gone on vacation because we lived that together but separate life. So
yeah,
he went on this wonderful vacation without me because that's just how our life is.
Well, and you guys really struggled with that for a long time. Like, do we try this? Do we not try it? Does one of us go? And like, you guys decided that together
but separate, and that's how our life works really well. But so she slept in my bed for like 5 nights, and then 2 nights off, and then 5 nights again. And then her dad got home last night, and she peacefully went into her room and went to sleep. And didn't even, she was like, Mommy? And I was like, nope, Mommy's laying in her bed, and I'll see you in a little bit, Ellie. And then
whoa,
went to sleep. So that's my weird win. She peacefully went in her bed without any fight, which I was expecting tears and losing her crap. Oh, and another weird win.
I was gonna say I have another one too. You go first.
She eats everything, which we know. She has pica, eats everything. But her big thing is she sucks on blankets and pillows. And so, like a little tiny mouse, she ate a hole in my linen duvet cover. And then pulls the strings out that like hold in the down comforter.
Oh no.
And so my blanket is always fucking sopping wet and it's so gross. So I bought her muslin blankets, baby blankets.
Yeah.
And I'm
Did
like,
you buy
here.
them with the silk on the edges?
No.
Oh
But
my
God. She's been just sucking the shit out
Yeah?
of the blankets.
Good
so
for you.
that's my weird win. We are
Good for
learning
you.
to
Yeah.
not eat holes
Yeah.
in blankets, and gave her own. And it's been like 3 days and she's been chewing on those
That's
and
amazing.
not my bedding. So
try the ones with the silk on the edges.
I'll
'cause
have
the
to look.
texture
Target has some too right now. I just saw.
Yeah.
Because I was like, what is that?
Yeah. So I don't know if I've said this yet, but one of my other weird win today is that, you know, I took Harvey to soccer, just the two of us, for a whole weekend. This was like a month ago at least.
Yep.
And ever since, Ada has been like, when she's struggling, like I'll be like, not chasing her around, right? Because she's like, I want space. I'm like, okay, give her a little space. And then like, I'll come find her and like, Ada, can I give you a hug? Can I sit with you? Right? I'm trying to offer all the things.
Right.
And, you know, I'm the safe person. And so when she's not ready, she's like, meh, you know.
You're like, okay, noted.
Right. But David's so like big and snuggly, and he just kind of will swoop in and pick her up and kind of not give her the option, but also like she doesn't really needed it. Like that's what she needs in that moment. Anyway, she's been like melting into him.
Stop it.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. So like not only
huge.
right, not only is she finally allowing us to comfort her when she's having a hard time, but it's her dad, and I love
which is
that.
huge.
Yeah.
Ellie ran to
so-
her dad last night when he got home.
Oh.
Got up all by herself.
Oh my God.
Ditched her iPad and her Switch. Daddy home? Daddy, you home?
Did that just make his whole
Oh
life?
yeah, he was like, oh my God. I'm like, I know she actually missed him. She
Oh,
totally missed him. So that was big.
Yay.
Oh, good weird win.
Anyway, I know. Look at us.
I
We're
love you.
fucking badasses.
Cheers.
I love you.
Thank you guys
Cheers.
for tuning in again to listen to us flap. We super
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Subscribe? Is that what I say? If you like it, subscribe.
Yeah.
Follow us on socials. I don't know. Keep listening to our asses flap away because we super love it. So
And we need it.
yeah. Cheers. Bum, bum, bum.